Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Paul Heyman sends three-word message about the OG Bloodline after WWE Raw. WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman recently took to social media to send a three-word message about the OG Bloodline after the latest edition of Monday Night Raw. The Wiseman came in clutch for Roman Reigns' team ahead of Survivor Series, War Games 2024. After being attacked by Solo Sikoa on an edition of SmackDown, Paul Heyman went on a long hiatus from television. The Hall of Famer made his electrifying return just before Survivor Series, War Games, and came to Reigns' aid by revealing CM Punk as the fifth member of the OG Bloodline for the men's War Games match. This proved to be fruitful for the original tribal chief as his team emerged victorious against Solo Sikoa's stable at the premium live event. Paul Heyman recently took to his Instagram story to upload a photo of himself and the OG Bloodline as action figures, recreating their pose after winning the men's War Games match. The Wiseman also sent a three-word message, highlighting how incredibly stacked Roman Reigns' team was for Survivor Series, War Games. Ahead of Survivor Series, War Games, Paul Heyman revealed that he owed a favor to CM Punk for agreeing to join the OG Bloodline for the War Games match. At the time of writing this, no one knows what the favor is going to be. On an edition of his Not Some Wrestling podcast, Raw personality Sam Roberts discussed what he believes CM Punk could ask from Paul Heyman. Roberts said the best in the world could ask for a title opportunity from the Wiseman if Roman Reigns ended up winning the undisputed WWE Championship again. You told me not to worry about War Games. Now War Games is over, so what's the favor? I personally still believe, as I believed after watching Survivor Series, the favor is going to end up being my tribal chief. The favor is that if and when you reclaim the WWE Championship, nay, your WWE Championship, then CM Punk will be able to call in an opportunity at the championship whenever he desires. Paul Heyman, the self-proclaimed wise man of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, is never one to mince words. His carefully crafted promos and cryptic remarks often leave fans buzzing with speculation. After an intense episode of WWE Raw, Heyman took to social media to drop a concise yet impactful message about the OG Bloodline, leaving the WWE Universe speculating about the deeper implications of his statement. Though brief, this post ignited discussions across the wrestling community, bringing attention to the origins of the Bloodline, its evolution, and the fractures that now threaten its very foundation. To understand the weight of Heyman's words, one must look back at the genesis of the Bloodline. Rooted in the rich Samoan wrestling dynasty, the faction began as a celebration of family and heritage. Roman Reigns, alongside his cousins Jimmy and Jey Uso, created a powerhouse faction that dominated WWE like no other. Together, they carried multiple championships, wreaking havoc across both Raw and SmackDown. The trio's chemistry wasn't just a product of storytelling. It was a reflection of their real-life bond. Descendants of the legendary Anoa'i wrestling family, their dominance in WWE felt inevitable, a culmination of decades of tradition and grit. With Roman's heel turn in 2020 and his transformation into the tribal chief, the Bloodline became an unstoppable force. But like all great dynasties, internal conflict eventually reared its head. As Roman's reign stretched into record-breaking territory, his leadership style became increasingly authoritarian. The cracks began to show when Jimmy and Jey Uso started questioning Roman's methods. What began as subtle disagreements spiraled into dramatic betrayals, culminating in one of WWE's most intense storylines. The Usos turned against Roman after years of being manipulated and belittled, a rebellion that shook the very foundation of the Bloodline. Their actions set off a chain reaction, leading to epic matches, emotional promos, and moments that blurred the line between fiction and reality. Paul Heyman, ever the loyal consigliere to Roman, remained steadfast in his support for the tribal chief. Yet his post on Raw, referencing the OG Bloodline, suggests a lingering nostalgia for the original unity that once defined the faction. The events on Raw leading to Heyman's cryptic post were nothing short of explosive. Solo Sikoa, now positioned as Roman's enforcer and the last remaining loyal member of the Bloodline, faced tension with former allies who questioned his allegiance. Meanwhile, Jimmy Uso, estranged from Roman but unwilling to fully reconcile with his twin G, found himself caught in a web of conflicting loyalties. During a backstage segment, Heyman was seen trying to mediate the chaos, but his frustration was evident. He later accompanied Solo Sikoa to the ring, where Solo delivered a dominant performance. However, the crowd's divided reactions highlighted the growing uncertainty surrounding the Bloodline's future. After the show, Heyman's three-word tweet seemed to address both the WWE Universe and the warring members of the Bloodline. Fans were quick to interpret it as a plea for reconciliation, or perhaps a subtle reminder of the faction's humble beginnings. The WWE Universe wasted no time dissecting Heyman's message. Social media platforms buzzed with theories, opinions, and debates about what the OG Bloodline truly represents. Is Heyman calling for Jimmy and G to return to Roman's side? Or is this a warning to Roman himself to remember his roots? I think Heyman is feeling nostalgic. The OG Bloodline was about dominance through unity. Now it's just chaos. Paul Heyman is the puppet master. This is all part of his plan to reshape the Bloodline. Some fans speculated that Heyman's words could hint at the return of other family members to the storyline. Names like Rikishi, Jacob Fatu, and even The Rock were thrown into the mix as potential participants in the ongoing saga. Paul Heyman has always been more than just a mouthpiece. As Roman's wise man, he serves as the strategist and emotional anchor of the Bloodline. His ability to manipulate situations and deliver razor-sharp promos has elevated the faction's storytelling to unprecedented heights. However, Heyman's loyalty has often been questioned. Is his allegiance truly with Roman, or does he see the Bloodline as a whole entity, greater than any one individual? His latest post seems to lean toward the latter, suggesting that Heyman values the family's unity above all else. Never forget family could be interpreted as a warning to Roman, a plea to Jimmy and G, or even a mantra for himself as he navigates the faction's turbulent waters. The Bloodline storyline remains one of the most compelling narratives in WWE history, but its future is uncertain. Will Roman be able to regain the loyalty of his cousins, or will the faction crumble under the weight of its internal conflicts? Solo Sikoa's role is particularly intriguing. As the youngest member of the Bloodline, Solo's loyalty to Roman has been unwavering thus far, but his stoic demeanor and lack of verbal allegiance leave room for doubt. Could he eventually side with Jimmy and G, completing the tribal chief's downfall? Meanwhile, Heyman's actions will likely play a pivotal role in shaping the faction's trajectory. As the ultimate opportunist, Heyman knows when to stick with a sinking ship and when to jump to the next big thing. His cryptic message could be a precursor to a major shift in alliances. At its core, the Bloodline storyline is about family, its power, its complexity, and its fragility. WWE has masterfully woven these themes into a narrative that resonates with fans on a deeply emotional level. Paul Heyman's reminder to never forget family underscores the importance of these dynamics. Whether it's through unity or conflict, the Bloodline remains a testament to the strength of familial bonds, even in the cutthroat world of professional wrestling. Paul Heyman's three-word message about the OG Bloodline serves as a poignant reminder of what the faction once was. A united force that dominated WWE with pride and purpose. While the current state of the Bloodline is marked by division and uncertainty, Heyman's words suggest that the essence of the faction, family, can still be salvaged. As the tribal chief, Roman Reigns must decide whether to heed Heyman's wisdom and mend the fractured relationships within his family, or risk losing everything he's built. The WWE Universe, meanwhile, will continue to watch with bated breath as this epic saga unfolds. One thing is certain. In the world of WWE, family isn't just a storyline. It's the foundation of legend.